to a settlement in eastern Galilee, the ammunition they were carrying going off in a series of explosions. It was the worst air disaster in Israeli military history, and the Prime Minister, Mr. Netanyahu, called it an unimaginably heavy tragedy. He's cancelled a visit to Jordan tomorrow. ITN's Andrew Simmons reports from Jerusalem.
For a small country already hardened to war and human loss, what crashed out of the sky in northern Israel was devastating. It was an accident, and in the tangled mass of burning wreckage, there were no chances of survival for dozens of soldiers on board. The men had been packed into 2 Sikorsky transport helicopters heading towards Lebanon. There were desperate attempts to save lives, but there was little they could do. The helicopters weren't only laden with soldiers and their guns, there were explosives on board. Eyewitnesses spoke of the 2 helicopters crashing in mid-air and blowing up into pieces. There was heavy fog and rain at the time. Much of the wreckage crashed onto a house. Soldiers broke in looking for casualties. Remarkably, though, there were no civilians injured. As the fires still burned, Israel tried to absorb the scale of this military accident. More than 70 soldiers dead, and at the moment, no explanation as to why the helicopters crashed. This small country is in national mourning tonight, with all radio stations playing somber music. The Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, has called off talks with King Hussein of Jordan tomorrow. Mr. Netanyahu will be sharing in the grief after the worst military accident in Israel's history. Andrew Simmons, News at 10 in Jerusalem.
The Moors murderer...
Once you get the American market, you know, you can sell millions of albums and you're set for life. So, you know, this is for a tired old record executive like me, this is a dream come true.
You've hit the jackpot, haven't you?
We hope so.
Americans buy nearly a third of the world's CDs and tapes, but only a few foreign performers succeed here. Spice Girls have found the formula.
They are fabulous. So much energy, them dancing around, singing their harmonies, they're beautiful.
I think they're cool. My girlfriend's just getting me into them. We love pop music in America, and you've sent us Blur and Oasis, which is kind of heavy. Now you've sent us the Spice Girls. It's a perfect pop record. Everyone is going around singing Wannabe.
If you wanna be my lover. The group's first album has already sold 6.5 million copies worldwide, an astonishing debut now capped by the conquest of America. Tim Hewitt, News at 10.
And that's News at 10 tonight. We're here again.